Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be trying Estee Lauder for the first time, and I purchased in this beautiful golden box a nice palette. It came with mascara, it came with some primer, so let's get into it and see what Estee Lauder is all about. Okay, so before we get to the palette and all that, I'm going to show you how this came inside. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's very nice packaged. I also asked for the nice box to come with. And we have here the Revitalizing Supreme Youth Power Cream. I have the Smoother Universal Perfecting Primer in a mini. And I have the mascara, and inside I have the eyeshadow palette, which I'm going to get to at the time when we put the eyeshadow on. So let's go ahead and add this cream to the face. Oh, look how cute this mini is. So adorable. It has a very subtle scent, which I love. This is what the cream looks like. So let's add this to the face. Oh, it feels very thickening and sticky once you apply it. It turns into this like gel on the face. Very interesting. It feels very soft when you touch it out of the container, but when you apply it, it becomes very sticky. Interesting feeling. So let this go into the skin, and then we're gonna go in with the Estee Lauder Smoothing Primer. The primer looks like this, a very interesting consistency. So let's add this. Ooh, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Tarte. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, which actually you can see a difference in the sense that it covers your pores. So this Estee Lauder has the same type of not consistency, because the Tarte one is more like thick cream, and this is more of a thinner cream. Like, it comes out thick, but when you apply it, it just melts into your skin. That's what it feels like. So those are the two products for now. Now let's go ahead and quickly get through the face so that we can get to the palette. So for foundation, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation in the shade 2 Neutral. This is more of a full coverage because I have a couple things on my face going on, so I just want to cover those. Ooh, a little bit goes a long way. Just barely a full pump. I don't even use a full pump. So I'm going to use my Merit brush and push everything in. Oh, this foundation is just so perfect. So now I'm gonna go with a dampened sponge. This is by Morphe, and just push everything in. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my lips, I am wearing this Burts Beast lipstick in a shade 515. I haven't worn this one in a while. And I topped it with my DIOR Lip Glow Oil in the shade Raspberry. I think that this is just perfect for spring. Okay, so let's move on to concealer. So for concealer, I'm going to use my Kosas concealer. And this is in the shade 02. Just going to add a little bit of hydration here. I'm going to start with my Rare Beauty concealer brush. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got this nice rock lamp right here, and I got this from Banff. I have a vlog with our weekend getaway in Banff. I'm so excited. I always wanted to have one of those light up rocks. It just feels so calming in the room. So yeah, sometimes I switch it up, I add a candle, but I find that this is much safer than a candle. Okay, so concealer's applied. Let's move on to a bronzer. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my Lys bronzer, and this is in the shade Motivate Light. And for that, let's use this big brush by Blinked Brushes. This is the F1 brush, and slowly give the face a little bit of color. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. I tried to do a bun. You guys see my bun here? Yeah, that's my attempt to a bun. I think that's enough for bronzer. Now let's move on to blush. I'm gonna use my Tower 28 blush, and I got mine in the shade Power Hour. And for that, I'm gonna use a Real Techniques. This is the 200 brush, and add a little bit of color. Love this blushes, not brushes. Love this. I love the brushes too, but I love this blushes. They are so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. The shades are just so beautiful, and they're so affordable too. Okay, and for highlighter, I'm gonna use my Natasha Denona I Need a Glow highlighter. And I forgot to add some powder underneath the eyes to set that concealer. Let's make sure that we're going to set the under eye area with some powder. My favorite, my Pat McGrath Under Eye Fetish powder. And let's set this area up here. Okay, so let's move on to what we have in this beautiful box here. So it came inside here. Oh, it's really, really put together, and this is what this palette looks like. Now, this is the Pure Color Envy palette. Look how beautiful the packaging looks. Stunning. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like out of the packaging. As you can see, it is nice navy blue with gold. It says Estee Lauder. Here's a close-up. And inside, it looks like this. So it comes with the 2 brushes and the 4 shades, and I bought mine in more of a neutral one. They're covered, so we're gonna take this cover off, and then here are the actual shades. Oh, they are so pretty, these shades. So I'm gonna do some swatches for you guys. So here are the swatches. This is the lightest shade, which is going to go into kind of all over the eyelid. Then we have this one is the second lightest. And then we have the dark and the shimmer. So I'm going to do a look with the whole quad and see how they perform on the actual eyelid. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques 210 brush, and let's make sure that we don't have any creases on the eyes. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is a matte shade, and add this kind of all over the eyelid. It's kind of mostly to set your eyelid and prep it for the eyeshadow. So you can see the color is mostly very similar to my skin color, very hard to see, but it just preps the eyelid for the next shadow. So let's go in with the next one, the beige one, and add this into the crease and above. I've never tried Estee Lauder quads, so it's very interesting to see how the formula works. Let me know down below if you guys have tried any Estee Lauder's eyeshadows. I would love to hear what's your favorite ones. I know this is more of a luxe brand, and I love luxury eyeshadow palettes. You know, I think they perform so beautiful on the eye. So far, this is blending very easily. The color is there. The There's no patchiness at all. It's just such a beautiful, soft transition shade. It's not powdery. It doesn't feel drying on the eyes. It's just beautiful. Okay, so now let's move on with this shimmery shade. This is a sparkle shade. So we have two mattes here, which is the light one and this beige one. We have a sparkle shade and we have a satin shade right here. So let's go in with the sparkle shade, and I'm gonna put this kind of all over the eyelid. Whoa, look at that, that's so beautiful. So make sure you gently get this shade, otherwise it becomes crumbly, because a lot gets picked up. And then you're gonna have a little bit of fallout. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. Oh, I think that this looks really beautiful. So now let's go into the dark, it's like a black, it's like a satin black right here. And I'm gonna use a Real Techniques. This is more of a flat brush, and this is the shading brush. So let's see how it works without having to spray the brush. And add this like in the outer corner here. Definitely lots of fallout. So make sure that maybe when you work with this palette, you either dab in here, then you spray your brush, and then you apply it to avoid that fallout. But don't worry, we're gonna clean everything up. So let's go into the first brush and try to blend all this. So I'm gonna add that dark satin black underneath the lower lash line and smoke this out a bit here. And let's get a clean brush and kind of diffuse this sharp edges here. Now let's go in with this nice light brown and add it here because it kind of got lost into this smokiness. So as you can see, there's a lot of fallout on my face, a lot of glitter, a lot of fallout. Let me look up close here. So let's go in with the concealer brush and sharpen up these edges a bit here. Okay, so let's add a little bit of a highlight in the inner corner. So I'm going to use the Natasha Denona I Need a Glow highlight, and I'm just going to use my pinky and add it in the inner corner there, and use a small brush like this and add some underneath the brow bone. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a mascara, and for that I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs mascara. Enjoy this intermission and I'll be right back.
Good girl. Yeah. Kona. Hi, sweetie. Good girl, Kona. You're not scared. Good job. Hi.
Now here is the final look, and stay tuned because I have some positive and not so positive thoughts about this palette, but the final look turned out really nice. Now this is what the eyes look like up close. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more lip oil. Now this palette, let me start with the actual cream. The Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Cream. I had a mascara I forgot to use by Estee Lauder, but I will show it to you what it looks like and we'll use it in another video. Now the cream actually made my face very smoothing and very hydrating. So I really love how this cream works, and it's very interesting when you apply it. It seems very soft when you attach it in the pan. When you put it on the face, it feels very it thickens up on your face and provides a lot of hydration. So I love this cream. Now the primer is very similar to the Tarte primer, with the exception of what the formulation looks like. Like the Tarte has this type of consistency inside, kind of like a putty. This is kind of like a cream gel, but when you apply it, it feels exactly like the Tarte one. So I really loved how this actually filled in the pores and the fine lines. I love that. The palette. Now, the palette looks beautiful inside and outside. The shades are very nice and neutral, very wearable. These two shades here, the matte, no problem. They work perfectly fine. When you go into this shimmery one, it crumbles up a lot. So you have to work very slowly. Take your time, little by little, and there will still be fallout. So be careful. I suggest if you decide to use the darker shades, maybe do your eyes first and then your face. This satin black one, layering it on top of this brown took a little bit more time. It looked patchy at first, but once I started blending it, it turned out really nice. Again, it does provide fallout when you layer it on top of the sparkly one. You can see I have sparkles all over my face. I did add some more blush on top while I did my mascara, but my positive is that the shades are nice and neutral. They blend nice. The negatives are that there is a lot of fallout with the black one and mostly the sparkly brown one. Best to do your eye makeup before so you can clean up, but those sparkles kind of stay on your face even if you wash your hands or clean your hands. They're very hard to take out. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a lot of like sparkles on my hands, and I kind of clean them with a water and like a dampened what do you call this? I don't know, like I clean my hands with water and I still have them on my hands. So beginner friendly, this is not for someone who just starts into makeup. Out of my luxury palettes, probably this is my least favorite. I'm still gonna use it because I spend money on it, but I love it. I love the shades. I love how the eye look turned out. It just took a little bit more work, more cleanup to do. Those are the only negative things. Nothing wrong with the palette, nothing wrong with the formulation. It just takes a little bit more work and to clean up those sparkles. So yeah, but I do love how the eye look turned out. What do you guys think? You know, you guys let me know down below what you guys think on how the eye look turned. But I think it looks pretty. It's just something nice and nude and beautiful. So yeah, now let me show you this. This is the mascara, the Sumptuous Extreme Mascara. And I'm going to add this to another video of mine where I'm going to try out a couple new makeup like foundation, lipstick, and some stuff that I have in my basket. So I'll be trying this mascara out at that time. So yeah, this is kind of my review on the Estee Lauder. This is the Pure Color Envy palette. A nice quad. I love the packaging, love the shades. Keep in mind there's a lot of fallout, and keep in mind that it takes a little bit more work. Those are my final thoughts. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this palette, on the look. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe down below. It will mean so much to me. I wish you all a wonderful day. Always remember to be yourself, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.